everybody, I'm Dylan Kaya, and today the topic my group and I will introduce to you guys is teaching decimal numerations and operations. I'm going to be talking to you about level 4, and the learning objective for this level is for students to know tenths, hundredths, and be able to recognise the difference between them and represent them through decimals. Students are only introduced to decimals in their later years of primary school education. They first come across it in level 3 when they learn tenths and decimals through use of money, but when they move on to level 4 and are introduced to hundreds and thousands, they aren't able to use money as it is an abstract concept. Knowledge to this topic is very important as it's something that they're newly being introduced to, and it requires a lot of skills. Therefore, they need to have a good understanding of it so they can continue to build on their knowledge. In this activity, students are given a 1 metre ruler and MAB blocks and asked how many cubes make 1 metre. This activity requires them to use both MAB and LAB blocks. George Booker says that use through linear is a good visual representation which will give them better understanding of what they're doing. The metre ruler also allows them to make connections to measurement. In their next class, students can then move on to the place value chart. After seeing a visual representation of it, it will be easier for them to understand what they are doing. Teaching decimal numerations and operations can be quite challenging as it has many aspects, and students will only make sense of it if they understand what each represents. Therefore, it comes along with many difficulties and misconceptions. These misconceptions include students not knowing that the place value decreases when we move to the right. They see that there is a similarity between the columns on the left and the right, but they just assume that they're the same thing. For students having extra difficulty understanding this topic, teachers may provide them with activities that can give them better understanding of the topic. One of these activities can be using a decimal number line to help explore and expand the divisions between the numbers and get a sense of what each of the decimal parts represent. Another activity can be using decimal place value cards or charts to be able to illustrate what the different digits represent in decimal numbers. We've come to the end of my video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have found it helpful.